Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the webinar.
Hi, good afternoon. Hi, Adnan. So good to meet all of you here today. We'll wait for a couple of minutes for everybody else to join in as well. And we'll get started at sharp 4:05. But in the meanwhile, we would encourage all of you to introduce yourself using the chat box. Tell us a little about your business, what you deal in. In fact, it's a great opportunity for you to network with each other. In the past, we've seen that a lot of business deals get processed during this time as well. So Adnan, just one thing is we have Mayank as well, who is from Mayank FIEO. He has on that URL.
Sure. Hi, Mayank. I'll just take you. Just give me a second.
Okay, I can see others have started introducing themselves. Hi, Priya, Nikhil. So just do one more thing while introducing yourself. It would be good if you put in your GlobalLinker profile as well, such that others can actually connect back with you. Hi, Mayank.
Hi, Malvika. Hi, Adnan.
Hi, Mayank. Yeah, I can definitely see a lot of members are sharing chats and introducing themselves. So it is very nice. These are all very interesting networking opportunities that we get, although these are virtual and they are not very similar to the physical networking opportunities. But at the same time, the opportunity is the same. So you can find a buyer or supplier in the same manner, although you're doing it digitally. So that's where I'll recommend or I'll suggest when you're sharing details about yourself. So there are a few things that you can highlight or you can consider including. Firstly, what is your business name? Second is your name, if you want to share. Then what is the product category or a service that you offer? Then where are you located? And in case there's a specific requirement that you have, so you're looking for a particular kind of supplier, etc., you can also mention that. God knows, you may be able to find a supplier, or the person who's attending the webinar here today may know someone who supplies that product, right? So it's a wonderful networking opportunity. You can consider adding all those details, and then try to network with other business owners who are participating in this session. All right, so I can see everyone is able to share chat, and Malvika has also shared her contact credentials. So if Malvika and Mayank, if you're okay, we can proceed ahead and we can get started with the webinar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely. We
Yeah.
just want to stay on time as well because a lot of people have questions. So let's quickly move on.
All right. Perfect. So in the next few seconds, you'll start seeing my screen, and I hope I'm audible as well. So you'll start seeing my screen, and then we'll get started with today's session. Just give me a couple of seconds to get started with the screen share.
Sure. In the meanwhile, I can see, for example, our member here, Mr. Shashank, he's actually sent in his store URL. I would encourage all of you to also put it in the chat box such that during the session as well, we can just give you some inputs.
Absolutely. So I'm starting to share my screen. I am not sure what's happened. Just let me start to do the screen share once again. So to start with, we'll quickly go through a message from Dr. Ajay Sahai, DG and CEO FIEO, and then we'll understand more about Indian Business Portal. And specifically in today's session, we'll be understanding how you can upload products onto your online store and then showcase them onto Indian Business Portal.
E-commerce has a huge export potential. Unfortunately, we are little late in the day to enter into this field, but the good news is that all out initiatives are being taken by various stakeholders to make the entire process of e-commerce seamless. We are constantly in dialogue with all the agencies, including bank, customs, logistics service provider, so that the optimum utilization of the e-commerce facility can be availed. And with this same objective in view, for FIEO along with the GlobalLinker has launched the Indian Business Portal, which will provide great access to those who are showcasing their product. The idea is to attract global customer on the portal so that they can look into the Indian product, understand the quality and the diversity which India is providing to this entire gamut of products and services, and accordingly they can place the order. We are committed to add new features in the portal as we move along. All that I can say is that this is a portal where small businesses, artisans, craftsmen, women entrepreneurs are going to get a lot of business. We would like that those who are getting access in this business over a period of time, they join the conventional mode of export, as we are moving towards a $1 trillion of merchandise exports and $1 trillion of services export by 2030. So as a Director General of FIEO and as one of the leading institutions who is making the entire process of export seamless, I will urge all my exporter to join the portal to make it successful, and let us make it a national endeavor to increase our exports through this mode.
Adnan, you are on mute.
Yeah. Thanks, Mayank. Thanks for highlighting. So that was a short message from Dr. Ajay Sai. And I'll start sharing my screen once again. And now I'll quickly take you through Indian Business Portal. So this, what you're seeing on your screen is Indian Business Portal. Now, firstly, and especially the members who are joining us for the very first time today, an obvious question that will be coming to your mind is how can you join Indian Business Portal? And for that, I'll very quickly demonstrate, because today we want to spend more time on understanding how you can upload your products, and we'll try to understand both the individual and bulk upload process. So I'll very quickly give you a walkthrough into how can you join Indian Business Portal, what is the process. So the first step is obviously to open indianbusinessportal.in, and once you have opened it, on the top you can see Indian exporters register as Indian exporter. There is this huge banner which you can see on the top of the screen, so you can click on that, which will open another page, and I've already opened that for the benefit of time. This is the page which will open up. Now here you can understand more about the Indian Business Portal, and you can gather more information. What I'll recommend you is scroll down towards the end of the page, and that's where you'll see the FAQ section. That's where you will see a list of steps that you have to take to list your products or services on Indian Business Portal. And we have also embedded a tutorial video, which you can see here. There is a link to view a tutorial video, which is this particular video, which you can access from this page. And it has the list of all the 13 steps that you have to take to showcase your products or services on Indian Business Portal. So that is something that you can review. And while you are doing this process, I'll strongly recommend that you have this video open alongside, because it is a step-by-step video. So you can keep reviewing the video and understand at each step what all you have to do, right? So that is something that you have to review. And to create your online store, you have to click on create your catalog, which will take you to another screen where you have to enter your first name, last name, email ID, password, and then proceed ahead with the process. I'll be not going into the details and explaining the process. You can definitely review this video, or if you want, you can go to our YouTube channel, and that is GlobalLinker's YouTube channel, and that's where you can find the recording of previous sessions that we have done. We have done it in Hindi as well. So you can go there and you can review the recordings and you can understand the detailed process. Will not be spending much of a time there. So this is how you'll be able to create your online store and then list your products onto Indian Business Portal. So that was the first thing that I wanted to share with you. The second aspect where we wanted to spend more time is how can you upload products, because that's where we have received a lot of questions. So for that, I'll again switch screen and I'll take you to one of the demonstration stores that I have on FIEO GlobalLinker. The store name is Star Exports, and it is a demo store that we have. So it's a live demo store that we'll be using to understand the product upload process. All right, so I'm starting as if you have completed the eStore creation journey. Now, uploading product is the next step. How can you go about doing that? So the first step obviously is to open the seller panel. For that, you have to click on this option, which is online store, and which will open the seller panel. I've already done that for the benefit of time. And whenever you'll open the seller panel, this is the home screen, which will get opened up. So from here, you have to navigate to the product section. To do that, you have to firstly click on catalog in the left navigation. Here you can see catalog. You have to click on that. And after that, you have to click on products, which will open the product screen. This is the product screen. We just have 2 products on this demonstration store, but we'll try to understand both the processes. You can upload products using the system interface. So if you have less than 10 products, you can definitely upload them using system interface by clicking on this option, which is add product. Or if you have more than 10 products, then you can upload them in bulk. And for that, you have to do add the information into an Excel file and then upload it. To do that, you have to access the bulk upload section. And for that, you have to click on this down pointing arrow on your screen. And then you have to click on this option, which is import products XLS CSV. You have to click on that, and which will take you to the bulk upload section. Here, you have to click on download sample import format. And I'll recommend, because we keep on making changes into this format from time to time. So I'll strongly recommend that whenever you are wanting to upload products in bulk using an Excel file, please do download the latest format from this interface. It will hardly take you a couple of seconds. So I've already downloaded the format. This is the format which gets downloaded. It will have certain example data as well. So what we'll be doing today is we'll do both the things and we'll do them together. So we'll upload one product from the system interface. We'll upload another product from the Excel file. And because it is the same information, it is just the medium which is getting changed. So here you're adding the information, or you're typing the information onto a screen, and there you'll be typing it on an Excel file. That's the fundamental difference in few fields here and there. So let's open the product upload screen, which is here. So here you can see add products. You have to click on that, which will open the product upload screen. My internet is a little slow today, but it has opened. All right, so now the first thing when it comes to importing products or uploading products using system interface, you'll see GI products. So if you're dealing in geographic indication products, GI products are basically specialities of a particular area. For example, Nagpur oranges or Banarsi sari or Agra petha. So like those kind of products which are speciality or a uniqueness of that particular geography or region. So those are called GI products. And if you are dealing in a GI product, in that case, you have to click on this option. You have to tick it. And once you tick it, you'll see these 2 additional drop downs open up. Here you can see GI category and GI subcategory. So firstly, you'll have to select a GI category. For example, you're dealing in an agriculture GI product. So you can select that, and then you'll see GI subcategory, which will get populated. So you can select a suitable option from the drop down. For example, basmati rice from Amritsar. And we have selected that. Now you have to upload a GI certificate. You don't have to upload it for each product, but for one category. For example, agriculture, basmati rice, Amritsar, one time I'll have to upload, right? So that is about GI products. This is something which is not there in the Excel file, so we are not going there. Then you have to select a product category and subcategory. All right, so for that, you have to click on this drop down. Now a question comes, what if the category that we are wanting to upload is not part of this dropdown? In that case, what you can do is you can click on this option, can't find my category or subcategory. So in that case, you can click here and you can select can't find my category or subcategory. Otherwise, you can select it from the dropdown. So for today's demonstration, we'll try to upload a pair of shoes, sport shoes. So for that, our category will be fashion, accessories, and footwear. That's the parent category. And then the subcategory will be sport shoes, right? So this is the parent category, and subcategory. We have selected it here. So we'll add this in the Excel file a little later. Now let's move on to the next item, which is product name. So this is where we have to add the product name. So men's, or now I'm just adding it hypothetically here. Right. So I've just added a name here, and let's add it in the Excel file as well. We'll delete the dummy data from here so that it does not keep us confusing. And I'll also zoom in a little bit. So here I've added the product name, right? And we will be uploading, let's say, 5 sizes. So, or let's just upload 4 sizes. So we are uploading 4 sizes. So that's why I've copied the product name to 4 rows, right? So that's the same product name. We have added it in both the fields. Then you have HS code, which is again, while you're uploading products individually, it gets populated in the Excel file. We are in process of adding that field. It will be available in some time future. Right, so this is the HS code field, which you can see here. It is again editable. So if it gets automatically populated based on the category and subcategory that you have selected from these dropdowns. So we have selected footwear and sport shoes, and a corresponding HS code is automatically populated here, right? But it is editable. So if you want to make changes to it, you can do that, right? And you can also see the category description here for your reference. Underneath that, you'll see product type accept orders or accept inquiry. So accept order is a product wherein your customer will be able to place an order. So they'll be able to do a transaction. Whereas if you're selecting accept inquiries, so in that case, your customer will be able to send you an inquiry. They'll not be able to place an order. They'll just be able to send you an inquiry that we are interested to buy this product, and this is the quantity that we are interested to buy. So they'll be able to send this, right? So we'll just we'll just select accept order. When you're selecting accept order, in that case, the next piece of information that we have to add is the selling price. I've just added 1,000 rupees. Discounted price is optional. If you want, you can add that. And then you have to also specify what is the unit. So with in our case, because we are uploading a shoe, in that case, it will be numbers. Whereas, for example, you had been uploading rice. So in that case, you can upload either price per kg, or you can add a price per metric ton, depending on how you would want to upload it, right? So you can select an appropriate unit of measure, right? So from this dropdown, you have to select that unit of measure. All right. Underneath that, you'll see summary. So this is where you have to add a brief description about the product. Right. I've just added a couple of words here, but you can use the HTML formatting options, which are available here. And then you also have an option to add a picture. You can also add a video. If you have a video about the production process, etc., you can definitely add that here. All right, so all those options are there. Then you have stock, that is how many units of the products do you have. A threshold basically means a reorder level. So for example, I'm specifying 50 here. The moment stock hits 50, system will send me an email that this particular product has hit threshold. So if I am a manufacturer, I'll manufacture this product. If I am a trader, in that case, I'll source the product, right? So it is basically a reorder level. Then minimum order quantity, that is how many units you would want the customer to buy. So that's where I've specified 100. In your case, you can add a required number and then accept small orders. Yes, no, you can specify what you would want to do. Then fulfillment capacity, that means how many units you would want to produce in a month or how many units you can supply in a month. Then if it is a branded item, you can specify a brand. To add a brand, you have to click on this option, which is add brand, which will open this overlay. In here, you have to type the brand name and you can upload the brand logo. Underneath that, you'll see product tags and labels. These are used for promotional purposes, so ignore them for the moment. And then you have product PDF and file. So product PDF and file is again a very useful feature, especially for exporters. And how so? Because this allows you to add your product brochure. So if you have product brochure that you would want to share with a prospective international buyer, you can definitely do that. But you'll have to activate this feature first, and then you can start utilizing it. I'll just quickly show you from where you'll be able to activate this feature. So in the left navigation, you can see stored settings. So you have to click on that, and then you can see this option, which is brochure and file. So I'll just open this, or I will open the seller panel in another tab. And just for a quick moment, I'll just take you to the brochures and files section, because this is a very important and very useful feature. So we have to click on store settings, and then you have to click on brochures and file, which will take us to this section. And here you can see brochures and file. Now, if you have a company brochure that you would want to add to your online store, in that you can straight away upload it from here, and it will start appearing in the footer of your online store. If you want to upload a PDF file, then you have to tick on this option. If you want to upload a image, in that case, you have to tick this option. So you can tick a appropriate option, and then you can also specify what should be the name of that button. So where you have to name it as download brochure or view brochure, depending on how you would want to name it. You can also give a name to the button. And once you are done, click on save, and the feature gets activated. Once you have activated the feature, you'll be able to come here and you'll be able to upload the brochure from here, and it will start appearing on the product screen, right? I'll also try to show you how it appears, because you might be getting a little confused. So just give me a quick second. And although this is not a exact export illustration that I'm showing to you, but hope this helps you understand. So here you can see Kensho Care Guide this is one of the B2B store. They sell planters. Here you can see I've clicked on Kensho Care Guide, and it has allowed me to download their brochure. So in the similar fashion, you'll be able to show the brochure to your audience. All right, so we are back on the product upload screen. Now we'll quickly move to the next section, that is description. Now you might be wondering, we have a summary section here, and this is where I've specified or shared with you that we can add a description here. But what if you have more information to be shared with your customer? You cannot add everything here, otherwise it will look very lengthy and very confusing for the user as well. So that's where what you can do is you can only add the necessary pieces of information here. So you can basically add a summary, and as you can see, the name of the section is also summary. So that's where you can summarize the product, and then you can add bullet points about the features, benefits, etc. Right? And the additional or more elaborate details can be added in this description section. So you can add more details or additional right? So that can be added here. And in a similar fashion, so I shared with you that you can add a text, and you get all the text formatting options. And then you can also add an image or a video if you would want. Then you'll see there's an option to add dimensions and weight, this section. Now using this section is entirely optional. One of the method to calculate delivery fee is based on the weight of customer's order. So if you want to use that method, in that case, you'll have to add the weight, and it is not necessary that you add them while you're uploading the product. You can add them at a later stage as well. You can add them using an Excel file in bulk as well. right? So need not worry if you don't have these details handy, and they are totally optional. If you're creating an inquiry store where you are just receiving an inquiry, in that case, this is not relevant at all. And even if you're creating a store where you're accepting orders, still this can be added at a later stage. And if you want to use the weightwise method, only then it is required. All right. Moving on to the next aspect, that is variant. Now, this is again optional depending on what kind of products that you're dealing in. So typically most of industrial products, they'll not have variants. But if you're dealing in a regular item, for example, the product that we are uploading today is a shoe, and shoes have variants. So in that case, you can add a variant information as well. Or for example, you deal in beauty products, and then you have different bottle sizes or different pack sizes which are available. So that's where again you can add a variant. All right. So here, firstly, once you have clicked on variant, that's where you'll see there are these input boxes or input fields that start showing up. What do you have to add here? So in the attribute name, you have to specify what is the basis of variation. For example, we are uploading shoes, and how are shoes different? They are different on the basis of size. So you have same shoe available in different sizes, right? So our basis of variation is size. So you have to add size here, right? So we have added size, and then we have to add values. So this is where we have to just specify what are the different sizes. So I'll just add, let's say 38. Then we have pressed comma. I'm adding 40. You can see I've typed 40. You see it is written here, and then I'm pressing comma, and then 42 and 44, right? So we have added 4 sizes, 38, 40, 42, 44. Those are added, and here you can see these rows have started appearing because the system has accepted the values that we have added. To add a value, you have to just type it and then press comma. For example, we were uploading garments. In that case, the sizes would be small, medium, large. So in that case, you can type small and then press comma. In a similar fashion, these rows will start appearing. All right. So here, let's quickly go through the variant information. Here you can see the variant information is available, and then you have images option. So if you had separate images for each of the variant, you could have added them from here. Just click on the image icon, and then click on this edit icon, which looks like a pencil. And then you can upload the images from the image manager. Then click on the upload button from here, and you'll be able to select the image from your device. We'll not be doing that because we are uploading a shoe, and irrespective whether it is size 38 or size 44, they all look the same. So we'll use the same image for all the variants, and we'll be uploading it from this section. All right. So that is about the images. But if you are uploading something which has unique images, for example, earlier, little while ago, I gave you an example about cosmetics. So it has a 50-gram bottle, a 100-gram bottle, and 200-gram bottle. So each bottle looks differently. So in that case, you can upload images of each of the bottle. All right. Then you have selling price, and this is again editable. So if you want to make changes to it, you can definitely do that. Then you have stock. Stock is again populated based on the quantity that we have added here. And again, it is editable, so you can make changes to it. The last piece of information that we have to add is SEO information, which is meta title, keyword, and description. That can be added from here. And again, while you are uploading the product, you may not have this information handy, so it can be added at a later stage as well. But it is a very important piece of information because this can greatly affect how search engine is indexing your website and how the results are getting displayed. So if you're not adding meta information, that's where your visibility or your ranking will get affected on the search engine platform, right? So that's where it is extremely important piece of information. But again, because it needs to be generated, and while you're creating your products or while you're creating your store or uploading the products, you may not have this information. So it can be uploaded little later as well. This is where you have to add meta title. This is where you have to add meta description, meta keyword, and meta description. All right. So that is what you have to do. I had done a webinar some time back where I have shared framework, because an obvious question that gets asked around this, how can we create meta title and description? So that's where in that webinar, I've shared a framework that anyone and everyone can use to create a meta title and description for the products or pages on their online store. So I'll share the link of that webinar with everyone, which you can review. And I've also shared the link of that presentation in the description of that webinar. You'll also be able to download that presentation. All right. Now, the last step that we have to do here is to upload the images. To upload the images, we have to use this section, which is up here, and we can upload up to 6 images for one product. Now, before we do that, a obvious a question that might be bothering you is what should be the ideal dimensions for the images. And for that, we have mentioned the ideal dimensions here. So ideal dimension is 800 pixel by 1000 pixels. So 800 pixel is the width of the image and 1000 pixel is the height of the image. So that is the dimension. With respect to the size of the image, the maximum allowed is 2 MB. However, that is not the recommendation. It is the limit, right? So that's where, again, without blurring the image, without affecting the quality of the image, whatever is the lowest size that you can achieve. Ideally, it should be below 1 MB, but whatever is the lowest size that you can achieve, that should be your target. 2 MB should not be your target, because if you're uploading 6 images, 2 MB each, that would mean 12 MB. And if the person is viewing using their smartphone and on a mobile data, then probability of your page uploading slowly is very high, and that's where your probability of losing that customer also becomes very high. If you would not want to do that, that's why it is recommended to keep the image size as low as possible. All right. Now let's quickly understand how you'll be able to upload the images, which is very simple. You can click on any of the image placeholders. I'm clicking on this large one, and then you can see again this edit icon, which looks like a pencil. I have to click on that, and then which will open the image manager. Now here you can see there are different folders which are already created for your convenience. If you want, you can use them, or you can create a new folder as well. So I'll just show you how it is done. So I'm creating a folder by the name of shoes. So I have done that, and then there's the folder that we have created, and then I'll click on upload, and then we'll quickly select the product from our device. I think, no, not here. Sorry, give me a moment to find out where we do. We have here, we have the images, and we have 4 images for the product. We'll select all 4 of them. You can see I've selected all 4 of them, and they will get uploaded onto my online store. So they are all uploaded. Now I have to decide which should be the first image. So I think this should be the first image. I've selected that, and then we can specify which should be the second one. So I think this should be the second image, and then we can have this one as third image. And lastly, we can have this one as the 4th image. We just have 4 images. If we had 6 images, we could have specified the sort order for all the 6 images. All right. So this is how you have to populate the information while you are uploading products one at a time. Here you are uploading one product at a time, whereas in the Excel file, you'll be able to upload many products, hundreds or thousands of products in one go. So now I will switch the screen, and I'll quickly take you to the Excel file, and that's where we'll quickly upload the products. So I'll just show you. Let me just move it up. Now, the next column that you'll be seeing is the product code, and that's where you have to specify or give a code to the product, and it is a alphanumeric code. I've just given it a hypothetical code. There are no special characters or spaces allowed. Only you can use underscore or dash. So I'm just using underscore, right? And we'll just copy it to all the rows. So these are the 4 sizes that we are uploading. So this is 1 size each, right? Then we have to create a SQ code. SQ code is unique for each of the variant. So I'll just modify the product code that we have used. And I'll also take a moment to explain the difference between SQ code and product code. So SQ code is a unique identifier for a product. So what I mean to say is, if we take our school days as an example, so there we used to have our roll numbers, and the school system identified us using the roll numbers, right? Now, similarly, your website needs a identifier so that it can identify each and every product, and it has to be unique. So it has to be different for each product, and two products cannot have the same SKU code, right? That's the SKU code. So it is a unique identifier. Now, product code is used to identify a product that has variants. So this is where we are telling the system that all these variants that we are creating are part of a single product, right? So that is the use of product code. Then you have MOQ, which means minimum order quantity. We'll just input 100. Then you have supplier name and catalog alias, which is optional. Then you have category level 1 and 2, 3, 4. This is where you have to specify. So in our case, I'll just quickly switch the screen. Fashion, accessories, and footwear. So I'll just I'm just switching from one screen to another just to ensure that there's no typo. And the level 2 is sports shoes. Sports shoes, right? So again, just copy pasting it across all the 4 rows. Then you have level 3 and 4, which are optional. Then you have brand, which can be added here. And then you have product short description. So I'll just copy the description or few words that I've added, and I'll just paste them here. Right. And you have long description, which is this one. Right. One thing that I missed, we cannot have 2 products with the same name. So I'll just add BLK to the product name so that we can identify which one was uploaded using the system interface and which was uploaded in bulk. Then you have selling price. Well, just add 1000 as a value there. These are all optional. The mandatory ones is quantity, which is 1000. Publish on store, yes, no. So you can add yes here. If you're adding no, in that case, product will get uploaded, but it will not be visible to general public on your online store. Visibility, it can be, you can have different products for your B2B and B2C customers. So B2B are the logged in customers. So you can onboard a B2B buyer. So if there's a regular buyer and they are buying products from you, you can onboard them, and then using their credentials, when they log in, they'll be able to see your B2B catalog. So that's an exclusive catalog that you can have for your B2B buyers. Then you have product dimensions, which are used to compute delivery fee. These are optional. These can be added at a later stage. Then comes the image upload. So image can be uploaded in 2 ways. One is a conventional method wherein you have to create a folder for each of the SKU code. So here you can see we had to create 4 folders and put the images into it, and then zip them and upload them. So that is one of the method which is available, which is a older method. Now we have a contemporary method, which is the URL based method. How can you use that? So again, I'll take you to the seller panel, and we'll use the other instance of the seller panel that we have opened on another tab. And this is where you have to go to My Store in the left navigation. And then you have to go to Media Manager to generate the image URL. You don't have to go to any other website to generate the image URL. You can generate it from your own online store. So we are on the Media Manager. And again, you get an option to create a folder or upload the images directly. I'll not recommend uploading the images directly, because that's where your image manager after a while will start looking very cluttered. So I'm creating a folder called BLK Sport Shoes. And the folder is created. Now I can click on upload file, and I can select the images like this, and I can upload them. And you can see the images are uploaded and the URLs are generated. So this is the first image, I think. Yes. So I'll just copy the URL and we'll paste it here. Again, same thing. Alt cover is basically a description of the image. for a visually impaired person, their system will be telling them this is the image. So this is a description of the image that you have to add. This also helps in search engine optimization. Image 2, in the same process, I'll copy the URL from here, paste it here, and then copy that to all the rows. Image 3. Again, using the Excel file, also you'll be able to add 4 images, or sorry, 6 images, like we had the option while we were uploading products using the system interface. And then you have meta title, keyword, and description, which can be added from here for search engine optimization. Then you have tags, which is used to improve or enhance your internal search. And then you have attributes. So this is where, similar to what we did while we were uploading products using the system interface, we added size attributes. So this where again we'll do the same size, and then we'll add the sizes. So we had 38, we had 40, we had 42, and then we had 44. So these are the sizes. If we had another level of variation, so for example, we had a shoe available in black and white color, so then in that case we would have added other attributes as well. And then you also get an option to add filters. So for example, filter of size or filter of color, you can add them. Sorry, let's copy this. For the benefit of time, I'll just use the same filters. All right, so we have added all the pieces of information onto the Excel file. Let's save this file. So I'll just quickly save this file. Give me a second. Saving this file. Now we will go back to our seller panel. This is where firstly we'll upload the product using the system interface. We have added everything. We were just click on save to complete the upload process. The product is successfully uploaded. This is the product that we have just uploaded. And now let's go to the Excel file and let's save it. And we'll go to the product upload section. And to do that, we have to click on this down pointing arrow, click on import products, Excel CSV. And then we have to come here and we have to click on this option, which is choose file, which will open this interface. And now we have to select the file from our device. And this is a file. In the next screen, you'll see a mapping of columns that we have in the Excel file with the system columns, right? And it is very easy. All you have to do is to review it. And this is again a fail-safe measure, because what has happened in past is sometimes members have added their own columns to the import file and then they forgot to delete them, and that's where the information went haywire. So that's where you can just review. For example, here as per system, it should be meta title. And in the Excel file, also it is showing meta title, which is right mapping. So in review it across multiple columns, and you can be rest assured that it is all getting mapped properly. Then you have attributes and you have filters. In case you are adding more filters, then you can click on add more filters and you'll be able to add them separately. Now let's click on save and let's move to the next stage. This is where it will show the data of one product from the first row of the Excel file for our reference. So we can just review it or glance through it. And if it is all appearing properly, in that case, we can click on start import, which will start the product bulk upload process. And as we were just uploading one product, so it has happened here. Now I'll quickly show you, in case you were uploading or thinking of uploading images using the folder method. In that case, how will you do that? So in that case, you'll have to click on this option, which is import images. and then you have to click on upload zip file, select the whole device, and then upload them. But a very important thing that you have to keep in mind is that whenever you are using the bulk, whenever you are using the folder method, in that case, you'll have to first upload the Excel file and then upload the images. You cannot upload the images and then upload the Excel file. That will not work. You'll have to first upload the Excel file and then you can upload the images. So now let's quickly have a look at how these products are appearing on the front end. So I'll just I'll not click here, because if I click here, that will open the store preview or admin preview of our online store. So I'll just copy the URL and paste it here, or you can open it in a private window as well. So this is the category that we have created. Let's quickly have a look. This is the product that we have uploaded. Why the product that we had uploaded using the system interface not showing here? I suspect that because while I was adding the categories there, I may have accidentally deselected the categories. So yeah, I did that. So it is. So let's quickly select them and click on save. Let me reselect both the categories quickly. Yeah, it was my fault. I was not selecting, or while I was trying to populate the information into the Excel file, that's where I deselected the category. So this is the product that we had uploaded using the system interface, and this is what we had uploaded using the bulk file. Both the products are uploaded. Zoom is also working. These are the different variation. This is the short description that we have added. This is the long description that we have added. If we go back and look at the product that we had uploaded using the bulk. So again, you can see the description, the images are all uploaded in the similar fashion, and Zoom is also working in the similar fashion. So this is how you'll be able to upload products onto your online store. So this is where I'll stop sharing my screen. And now we'll quickly break into the question answer round.